Okay, you already learned the exercise from the bouncing ball this week, how to set keys, how to work with squash and stretch, and other attributes for a bouncing ball. The concepts with a pendulum doing a swing is pretty much the same, except this part requires you to animate several parts to create secondary movement. In this case, we have our pendulum on the left viewport. If you notice, I have the left viewport over here. If you press the space bar, or it's not letting me do it with the screen capture software, but just maximize your viewport over here with that last bottom corner icon, and you're gonna see different views over here. I would recommend to work on maybe front or left viewport, whichever you select. It doesn't really matter, because when you render you decide which camera you will use. So I'm just gonna keep it on the left viewport. I'm gonna click on that viewport and middle mouse to select it. The idea is that you learn to use the middle mouse to change from viewport to viewport. In this case, the left viewport over here. I'm going to maximize it here, and you can usually use the space bar. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set the start and end positions, and this is our timeline here. We have it defined at 100 frames, okay? And on the time configuration, you can determine that start and end. The controllers you're going to see, let me switch to, well, that I guess we can use the rotate. You're going to see 4 curves on the pendulum, right? Those are the pretty much the controllers that you're going to use to manipulate all the other pieces of geometry, okay? All those editable polygons that come together to form the pendulum. I'm going to select the very first one. My suggestion to you as you work on this assignment is to focus on the first node and establish first what are going to be how the main movement is going to be defined, and then after that you define then the rest of the secondary motion. Okay, so let's start by setting a key on frame 100. So let's scroll all the way down here with your bar and click on the first node over there. That's the one that defines the base. Okay, Control Z to undo what I just did. So we're going to set a key, and let's do it manually by going set key, and when you click on that button there, you're going to notice a red highlight on your viewport. And I'm going to select click on that set keys icon. When you do that, you're going to notice now on frame 100 over here, you're going to get a little box with different colors showing that you set successfully a key over there. Our starting position on frame 0, so let's move all the way to frame 0, is 90 degrees, right? So with the select and rotate tool selected, this one over here, just click on the one axis that will rotate it, and about 90 degrees. You can always, if you want to be exact, you can do it there, and now it's exactly at 90 degrees on the x-axis. That's how we are going to start the animation. Okay, if you want to be very exact, remember that it could look a little bit bent, as if you were holding it up, but that will be a good starting point to show the movement clearly. Let's set another key over there. So now we have another key on 0, and when we move the slider on the timeline, you're gonna notice that now you have set the starting point and end point of the animation. When we come back, we're going to see how we can place a few in-betweens to then start creating the three swings.